Well, hello and welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name's Walter O'Neill and today I'm going to show you how to clean brass. Okay, I've just wrote a blog on my website AntiquesArena.com about why is brass yellow. And in that blog then I've done more exploration as to how to clean brass, home remedies of brass. I've talked briefly, should you clean brass, things like that. I've done a really intense blog. So that prompted me to do the video today to find out whether or not home remedies really do work as good as shop products. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy the film and go across to the website and have a read of the blog. You'd be surprised, it's quite an interesting blog. I'm going to show you an example of shop bought product, and then I'm going to show you 4 or 5 homemade remedies that people recommend on the internet. So we're going to do each and every home remedy and see how they pan out. Now, I want to talk about brass just for a second. Obviously, brass oxidizes when the metal comes in contact with oxygen. It is basically, in the antiques trade, we call it a patina or patination. But it is literally a chemical reaction. Oxidization is the metal trying to form a barrier to keep the oxygen away from the metal. And that then turns the metal from a nice bright shiny yellow brass to a dirty brown or dark yellow. Now, some brass, has been lacquered over time. That lacquer can wear off. Now, you can, if you want to keep your brass nice and shiny, once you've cleaned it, you can coat it in a lacquer or polyurethane. You'd have to clean it, maybe use some type of thinners and then coat it in the lacquer or the polyurethane and numerous coats to keep it nice and shiny. That way you wouldn't have to keep cleaning it. Now, you can damage brass by over cleaning. Brass is quite a soft metal, and some abrasive cleaners will wear the details on your item away, and over a long period of time they can, if it's like a candlestick, it can wear holes into the candlesticks. So, and you also want to make sure if it's plated brass or brass plated on another alloy that you don't wear the brass plate away. So you need to be careful when cleaning your brass. It's not as simple as just rub and job done. So we'll take a look at the home remedies we're going to look at today as well. Okay, so these are the list of tests we're going to do tonight. We're going to use some Brasso, simple shop bought Brasso. This is the wadding foam. Now it comes in variety. You can have the liquid that goes onto the cloth. You can have the wadding, which is simply just like a pad. There's dozens and dozens of different products that all do the same. Just going to use Brasso. It's a very common one, easily available, well known, and it's been proven to work. So we're going to do that one. We're going to compare that to the results of the others. Now the next one we're going to do is half a lemon. So you chop a lemon in half, give it a light sprinkle of salt on the lemon, and then rub the lemon on the brass. We're going to try that one, see how that pans out. The next one then is salt, vinegar and flour. So we put half a cup of vinegar, add a teaspoon of salt, and then add flour until it becomes a paste. Then we use that paste rubbed on to clean the brass. We're going to use some good old tomato ketchup. What you don't realize is the acid in the tomatoes, I think it's citrus acid in the tomatoes, actually strips the oxidization off the brass. So as shocking as it is, we're going to use tomato ketchup. And then we're going to make a little paste out of lemon juice and baking soda. So that's the tests we're going to do today. I've got a large piece here. I've got a large piece of brass here today. And we're going to do the cleaning on different sections. Now, I want to talk to you first about cleaning, because this is going to be a really taboo section. People are going to disagree with me and agree with me. Now, what people say, antique and collectible brass should not be cleaned. it has a patina that builds up over 100 years or so that cannot be replaced or faked. And a lot of people say if you strip the patina, you're actually damaging the item and devaluing the item. That is true for some things, but not for everything. Now, I'll give you an example. I had in my shop back about a year ago, I had a yellow brass log bucket. Now, this log bucket was minging. It wasn't attractive at all. It was stinking dirty with the oxidization. It wasn't patinaed very nice. And I had it up for sale for something like 3 months, 4 months. And nobody was interested in it. So I done a video, should you clean brass? Or should you clean antique brass? I'll put a link to it in the description. So if you want to watch it after this, go and have a look at it. And basically, this log bucket had been in my window of the shop for sale for months. Nobody'd come in. It wasn't expensive. It was something like £30, £35. So it wasn't overpriced. So we done a video and I cleaned it. I hung it back in the window, didn't change the price. I sold it within 24 hours. So it begs the question, some things will sell better than others. Not everybody is interested in the purest, want the original patina. Some people just want nice yellow shiny brass to display and look nice in their home. They don't care about the antique value of things. Now let me give you another example. Here we have a jug. This is by JS&S. It's turn of the century. It's 100-year-old, 120-year-old. Now this is yellow brass, and look at the color that has turned. It has turned almost brown, almost a bronze looking color if you like, but it is very even and it's very attractive to the eye. Now look at this. Look at the state of that boot. It looks absolutely minging. Nobody's going to want that on display. You got a bit of verdigris down here, which is green. Now, brass is made up of a combination of other metals. Yellow brass is about 60 to 70% copper. Then you have the rest is zinc with trace elements of tin and lead. And that verdigris is basically the oxidization of the copper. And as you can see, that just doesn't look attractive. So in this case, I think cleaning this would benefit this more than leaving the original patina on there. Something like this, if I strip this, as attractive as it is, they just well go out and buy a brand new jug than buy an antique jug because it is an attractive finish. So there are arguments as to whether or not you should or shouldn't clean your brass. I think you need to weigh it up on the item and, judge it. Does the patina actually add anything to the item? And in this case with the boot, it really doesn't. It needs to be cleaned. Same as the log burner. Genuinely go and watch that video with the log burner. You'll see just how mean it was and how attractive it was. As soon as I cleaned it up, it looked spectacular. It sold same day, next day, within 24 hours. The proof is in the pudding, it's there. So, shall we today get started and have a little look? Before I go any further, I'm going to splice in some photographs just so you can see just how ugly the foot is on this boot. Because I want you to have a proper good close-up of the how unattractive the patina is on this particular thing, and then we're going to get started testing the cleaners. So bear with me. Okay, so there's a picture of the foot or the boot, the bottom of the brass boot then, and you can see just how unattractive that is. You don't have an even patina there, it's not a nice color, it's just plain ugly and dirty. So in this instance, I would say clean it. So I'm going to photograph, and then we're going to clean a little area, and we're going to show you. So the first thing we're going to test is Brasso. Now this is available Amazon, eBay, any supermarket more or less, any shop more or less. This is the most common available thing. So you just saw a picture of the foot. I'm going to just do a patch on that foot now. So I'm going to use the wadding and I'm just going to clean the patch on the foot. I'm not going to go crazy because it's only a little patch to show you can see how quick it's actually coming up, to be totally honest with you. Now these are proven, you know, this company been in business a long time, as have many others, and these are known to work. So look at that, in just a few seconds. Look at the difference of that. Now I'm going to take a photograph of that in just a second and splice it in so you can see, but that instantly puts a beautiful shine on this. That is off a few seconds of Brasso. Look here how beautiful shiny that is already compared to next to it, how stinking dirty. And that, you saw how quick that was. That was literally less than a minute of rubbing with the wad in and a quick wipe over. I haven't even washed it in soapy water. All of these products, what they recommend, once you've used them and the item is clean, you wash it in warm soapy water, then dry it, then buff it with a nice soft cloth, preferably a lint-free cloth. So we know that Brasso works, but it can be quite expensive, and some of these products can be expensive. But maybe you can't get the products. You know, maybe you want to use everyday stuff around the home. So we're going to start off with a lemon and some table salt. So we simply going to chop the lemon in half. We're going to put that half aside for the other remedy, and we're going to literally just a light, there you go, just very light bit of salt. I don't know why I'm lifting that up. And we're going to come over here and we're going to do another bit. We're going to do this top section by here, I think. So just rub into that for a minute, see how this works. Doesn't seem to be doing as well as the Brasso at the moment. Maybe I need a bit more salt. 2 seconds. Just give it a bit more salt. So I did go very light on the salt. Well, that hasn't done a lot, so maybe we'll leave it and wait and see what happens. Give it maybe 5 minutes or so. Now the lemon has cleaned it to a degree. You can see the difference in colour here and here. However, it hasn't gone anywhere near as good as this. Now, maybe you got to leave the lemon juice sit on there. I don't know. But what I can tell you is, so far, the Brasso cleaned it to that in seconds. The lemon juice cleaned it, took a lot of the colour off, as you can see there, but it hasn't really gone down to a nice shiny brass. So clearly, lemon juice, half a lemon with salt will clean your brass, but it will not really clean a really bad tarnished piece like I got here. This is, I think, more for general, if you're using it regular and you're just starting to get a bit of discoloration. The citric acid in this brings it back up. But in all honesty, I'm not that impressed with the lemon juice, with the lemon and the salt. It did clean it. I got to give it its dues. It did clean it and take a lot of the brown away, but it didn't really get down deep and get that dirt out. Next one we're going to try. Tell you what, let's have some fun. Let's do some tomato ketchup, shall we? We all like a bit of tomato ketchup. Now, you can't accuse me of having tampered with this. It's a brand new bottle. Chips, anybody? I love a bag of chips about now. Okay, so shall we take a look at the area I'm going to do for this? The area I'm going to do for this is along the side here. I want to see how that comes up. Okay, so let's bring it down. Here's the area. cloth. It's already matched what the lemon had done. Strip the top of the dirt off. What I'm gonna do is leave it. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave it for 5 minutes, see whether or not it eats into this dirt, because the remedies do say apply, leave, and then come back. So we shall see. I'll give it 5 minutes, and in fact, while that side is soaking in, you can see it there, while that side is soaking in, we'll have a look at this side and we'll make a paste up for one of the others. Why not? So this next one we're going to do now, we're going to do vinegar, a teaspoon of salt, and then flour. Plain flour until it forms a paste. Now this stuff's all available in your home, just a simple cup. So we're going to pour in some vinegar. Now I really do want some chips. Salt and vinegar. Who wouldn't want some chips when you've got salt and vinegar in it? Now I haven't gone quite for a half a cup, so I've gone a third a cup, so I'll go a little bit less on the salt. So we've got our salt and vinegar. Now let's add some flour. I'm going to show you the paste in a minute. I've got a little plastic plate to show you the paste when I finally make the paste. Now I don't know, I've never done this before, so I'm going to make the paste a decent paste but still a little wet. I don't want it too dry. So we'll see. I want it to be a paste, but at the same time I don't want it to be a brick. This is starting to look good. And you've seen how quick this has been made. In fact, I don't need to put it on the plate. I can show you it there. There it is. I've just formed a... well, okay. So that's what we're going to use now. We're going to apply some of this. That was a good idea. I've now got flour everywhere. It's not looking good. I got tomato ketchup and flour everywhere. It's not looking good. This really isn't a professional video, but at the same time, you know what? I'm trying. It's a bit of fun. Let's get a clean cloth. So we got a nice clean cloth. I'm not contaminating the tomato ketchup. Let's turn it down. So this is the side we're going for. The ketchup is still on this side. You can still see it. There you go. So we're gonna do. Ew. I'm not going to tell you what that feels like on my fingers, but it is nice. Da, 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 da. Okay, right. So far, all of these home remedies have instantly put a sort of shine on. They took the original, the surface dirt off the brass, no problem at all. But they haven't really got deep down into the brass to give her a good clean. They are cleaning, they're just not doing the job I was hoping for. Maybe these are where you got to put on and just leave sit for a very long time, go and do something, come back a few hours later and wash it off, which I will try and do. I will leave it on and we will come back to that side there. Let's get another cloth. Thank God I got an abundance of cloths. Now have another look at the ketchup side. It's not really a huge difference there on the ketchup from sitting for that 5 minutes. Now, so far, my conclusion is that while all of these home remedies are instantly taking the dirt and grime off the brass, they are not taking down into the deep tarnish and really taking it back to bright, shiny metal. Now, I've no doubt once it's cleaned, if you wanted to use these remedies on a regular basis, going over the item, it would literally strip the oxidization off, but it's not going down the way, unfortunately, the shop bought product is. Now, I got one remedy left to try, which is lemon juice and baking soda, bicarbonate of soda to form a paste. That's the last one I got to try, so we'll have a go at that now. I've already used my cup, so I'm going to use a little plate now. Oof, smells nice. So that should be enough for the test. So you can see there we got the lemon juice there and a little seed. We don't need the seed. Okay, so let's see. And this time we're going to clean, tell you what, we're going to clean the buckle. You can see the buckle there, stinking dirty. Let's have a go. Now you can see it is taking the dirt off. But again, now I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong or whether it's just the item I'm trying to clean, because this is a heavily tarnished item. Maybe it's just too much for the home remedies. Now they are, as I've said, they are taking the surface patina off, the discoloration off, but they're not really eating down, cleaning it right up. Now take a look at this. This was the belt buckle we just tried cleaning with the soda. If I give it just a minute with the wad in, look at the color difference coming up already. I really wanted the home remedies to be as good as a shop product. But they're not. Now, I know there's going to be loads of you who are going to write into me and say, I use this and this and this, paint it on, leave it overnight, come back and just wash it off and it's done. That may be the case with these products too. Maybe they need to sit on the item overnight to work and then wash them off the following day. That may be something I'll try in the next video. But the ketchup been on this side now for a good half an hour. And let me show you. Clean it off. So I've just cleaned the ketchup off. And you can see it has cleaned it, but it didn't clean it to that shine, did it? It really didn't do as good a job as the shop product. Now, I haven't been paid or sponsored at all to do this video, so I'm not supporting the shop products for any gain for myself, and I have no affiliate link in the video for the shop products. It's just me doing a test to find out if these home remedies are as good as people say they are. Now, yes, if you've got a clean piece of brass that is just oxidizing, you could use these weekly to give it a clean, or if you've got run-of-the-mill stuff, but when you've got it seriously degraded in, just go straight to the shop products. I'm going to do another test, another video, another time, where I'm going to try all these products and a few more, including brown sauce and things, painted on and left overnight, then washed off. So that'll be probably part 2. And we'll try that, see if that actually improves these home remedies. They are working. I'm not saying they're not working. They are all clearly, visibly cleaning the brass and taking the dirt out of the brass. Just not enough. I don't know what you think anyway. Interesting experiment. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.